This new segment of my show, I'm calling I Believe. I want to hear from people about what they believe, where they come from, because the more people we hear from with different points of view and having done different things, I personally think it makes the world a better place. Joining me now is Gail Lynn. She's the inventor and creator of the Harmonic Egg, and she joins me all the way from, Gail, where are you? Just remind us.
In Denver, Colorado, USA.
Denver, I know Denver, Colorado. I used to go skiing in the Mary Janes, and we used to go through Denver in Colorado. So if you want to start off by introducing yourself by what you believe, if you have to start your sentence to sort of encapsulate where you're coming from with the words I believe, and then it's over to you.
I believe sound and light therapy can help us achieve wellness.
Wow. So there's a lot of explaining to do. So you come from an engineering background, I understand. So first of all, you better explain, what is sound and light therapy? What is it?
So we're sound and light beings by source. And so I feel like we have been hoodwinked in the medical community to get away from healing with sound and light. So we have color in nature, and there's no accident that green is most of our nature. And there's no accident that the Native Americans used drumming for healing and therapy, and the Aborigines used didgeridoo. And all these therapies, I think, have gotten lost over the years, over the thousands of years. And so, yes, I do have an engineering background. I do a lot of research. I study with a lot of doctors and have been working in this field, I guess, probably for 30 years, because I was at 17 years old, I had my first migraine, and I was working at a doctor's office. And the doctor said, no one knows why people get migraines. That started me on my journey. I'll be 53 this year.
Wow. You don't look, if I can say, if you're using sound and light therapy and you look and you're 53, that's working somewhere. Now, what is a harmonic egg? How does that tie in with your belief?
So a harmonic egg is a sound and light therapy chamber. So it uses sound and light, and we don't focus on frequencies like a lot of people do. They want to focus on 432 hertz or 528 hertz. So what I've studied over the years is that different sound waves from different instruments have effects on different organs of the body. For example, the flute has a sound wave that seems to affect the liver. Drumming seems to have a sound wave that affects building the immune system. Piano seems to have a sound wave that affects the nervous system. And then when you incorporate color inside of an egg, each different color will do something different. Blue can reduce inflammation. Purple can be very relaxing. And then you have reds and oranges that can be very stimulating. So we look at sound and light in a variety of ways inside of a resonant chamber with sacred geometry inside of an egg, which is where life comes from.
I was going to ask you, U2, it might, bear with me for a minute. U2 is playing at the Sphere in LA, I know, because one of my closest friends is their engineers working there now. So what's to stop someone going to a submersive concert with sound and light and music having the same effect? I mean, why can't you just go to, is it the same as just going to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've seen online their whole thing. It's like a whole experience. Does that have the same effect if you go to a concert? Why has it got to be within this? I'm guessing this egg is something you climb into, right?
So we know that music invokes emotions for us. You hear a song that you've heard, and it'll invoke emotions for you from some childhood or teenage memory. So what I've done is incorporated, say, flute and guitar, which will help with sugar cravings. And so when you go to a concert, it's just fun. It's beautiful music. You're feeling the vibrations. You're enjoying it with other people. But inside the harmonic egg, you get to have a meditation. It's like Shavasana if you do yoga on steroids.
Or is it like a float, like a different type of, like a float tank, for instance? But this is a sound and light float tank. So you get in it, right? I'm just trying to imagine it because we don't have it. You get in it, somebody closes you in to the egg. What if you're, if you're claustrophobic? I mean, what do you do then?
I had a girl contact me yesterday and she said, I'm claustrophobic and I just did a harmonic egg session in Santa Clarita, California. She said it was epic. It was next level. She said, I didn't even feel claustrophobic. It's larger than a bathroom stall. It's very large in there because a large can fit. So you have the parabola of the egg and you have the speakers on the sides, but you're reclined in a zero gravity chair. And you can sit yourself up and push the door open. And there's also a doorbell.
What's a zero gravity chair?
So zero gravity is when your feet are at the level of your heart or above. It takes all the pressure off. So you feel floaty, but you're not immersed in water. You're immersed in a 360 degrees of sound and light.
And how long are you in there for?
So it's 40 minutes of music and we have 10 minutes of silence. I worked with several doctors when I first started this to make sure it wasn't being overused. We weren't hurting people. We were putting them in for a number of minutes that their body could handle and then have an integration time because you really want to integrate energy work before doing another energy modality. And people don't understand that.
Is it loud or is it just soft or?
Over 90 hertz, you're starting to damage the cells or put people into a fight or flight state. So it's fairly low, very relaxing, and it's just an immersive experience for them to be there with themselves. And we help them set an intention so that they can hold that intention of what they want to achieve for their wellness.
Oh, okay. So you go in thinking, I don't know, I want to stop eating 100 bars of chocolate or have you, things like that. Now, here's the question. Here's the killer question. How much does it cost? Is it expensive?
So for the sessions, there's over 130 sessions worldwide now, and we try to keep it affordable because it's really not for the classes, it's for the masses. It's something that I feel like we could all use to de-stress, and stress is the #1 killer. And so a lot of the centers charge under $100 for a session for 50 minutes.
Okay, so I'm imagining all of this. So if this is all over the world, it's not just in the States?
Correct. There's in 10 countries, 4 continents, over 130 locations now.
Wow. I've got to ask you this. I'm a journalist, I'm going to ask you this. Have your beliefs made you rich?
So I think that we need more of the divine feminine business model. The patriarchal business model of the rich person at the top, we need to level that out. So what I do on a daily basis is I serve my center owners. I want everybody to be abundant. I want to bring them along with me. Do I do well? Of course I do. It's an exchange of energy. And I love my life, but I think I've manifested this into my life and I want to bring everybody with me. So I do interviews like this to try to get people to have an awareness so that all the center owners can be in abundance.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. You've kicked off my new segment because I'm asking people from all walks of life who believe all sorts of things onto the show to tell us what they believe, and we hear them. And that's Gail Lynn, inventor and creator, and describe to us what the harmonic egg is. So my question to you is, what do you